Om 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 Sahana Vavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu Ma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om Samasta Janakalyane Niratam Karunamayam Namami Chinmayam Deham Sadgurum Brahmavidvaram Sadgurum Brahmavidvaram Om Shri Chinmaya Sadgurave Namaha Harihi Om. So, we are now coming into the second day of Bhakti Sudha. It's a beautiful text on devotion by Swami Tejomayananda. And what is Bhakti? We saw in the morning's talk. Ishvare paramam prema bhaktihi iti abhidhiyate. Asakti vishaya prema dehadara grihadishu. Ishvare paramam prema. Supreme love for Ishvara. Paramam prema means I give love and I am not expecting anything in return for that love. That is supreme love. Paramam prema. That is called bhakti. Bhaktihi iti abhidhiyate. What is asakti then? Asakti is also love. It is attachment. But what is it? Vishaya prema. It is love for objects. Objects means objects, emotions, thoughts, experiences, everything in the realm of the mind is Vishaya. And objects also of the world, the circumstances outside, the people outside, the emotions that we experience from the people outside, the circumstances and the situations, attachment to that or love for that is asakti. Asakti is attachment. Prema is bhakti. And what is the attachment towards? Deha. Deha means the body. Physical body is a thought form, is an object. Dara, husband or wife, or man or woman, attached to the other person, whoever is there in our life. Griha, my home, my property, my money, my estate, everything that is material. Attachment to all that is called asakti. Whereas supreme love for Ishvara or prana is called bhakti. Without any expectation in return, that I give this devotion, I offer this, and you please give me this in return. Without that, when there is love for the supreme, then that is prema. So, what is the supreme love? There's one more beautiful description in verse 7. Ahankaram tatha swartham tyaktva saktim grihadisho saheshwarena tadatmyam paramam prema kathyate. So, what is this paramam prema? Supreme love. Ahankaram tatha swartham. Ahankaram means the thought of I, the very strong notion of I, which makes us get angry, which makes us get greedy, which makes us very possessive. All that is ahankara. Swartham is for me, for me, for me. And that for me, when the thought comes, it is a limited thought. For me means for this person, in this form, this place, living here, for me this experience should come. Swartham. Tyaktva, give it up. Meaning in that word devote we saw in the morning, devote is give up my vote, surrender my vote. Surrender my vote for establishing myself as great. There is ahamkara. Surrender my vote for, I want this for myself. Swartham. Tyaktva asaktim grihadishu. Tyaktva asaktim grihadishu. Ahamkaram tatha swartham. Tyaktva asaktim grihadishu. Asakti means attachment towards home, people, objects, situations, circumstances, attachment to all that is asakti. Saha Ishwarena Tadatmyam. So now have identification. Tadatmyam means I identify with something. For example, the mother identifies with the baby she has, and so love is pouring towards the baby because of the identification. The husband identifies with the wife, and so there is love. The wife identifies with the husband. Identifies means I lose myself and I look at the other person, and the thought of the other person is only foremost in my head. That is called identification. Even with Bhagavan, even with Ishvara also, I think about Ishvara, I think about Bhagavan, I think about the great qualities, guna, karma, dhamma. Dhamma means a place of Bhagavan. Guna is the qualities of Bhagavan. Karma is the actions of Bhagavan, Ishvara. And Leela, the greatness and the glories of Ishvara. And Katha, I listen to that. And identification is very simple. We have experienced that when we watch movies. When we watch some favorite character in our movie, in a movie that we are watching in the cinema screen, in the cinema theater, we lose awareness about everything else. We lose awareness about even ourselves. And we are completely absorbed in that thought of this character that we are identified with. That is only identification. Simple as that. So, ahamkaram tatha swartham tyaktva griha adishu. Griha means home, etc. Means all material objects. Saha Ishwarena tadatmyam. Have identification with Ishvara. Paramam prema kathyate. That is called supreme love. Paramam prema. Tattu Vishayatyagat Sangatyagacha. Narada says in Narada Bhakti Sutra is a very, very beautiful book. We are studying that in this the series called The Great Vision of Vedanta soon. So Vishayatyaga means Vishaya means give up all objects. Give up all objects means give up all ideas or meanings we attach to the thoughts, meanings we attach to the emotional experiences we have, meaning we attach to the mental formations, meaning we attach to circumstances outside, meaning we attach to objects outside, and meaning we attach to people outside. Sangatyaga is giving up identification with the thought and the feeling. Ishvara sarva bhutatma sarvadharopi vai tataha kalyane sarva bhutanam ratir bhaktir matottamam. Ishvaraha, this Ishvara, God or the Supreme Being, Sarva Bhuta Atma, is the I of all beings in this world. Every being in this world has something called prana. And that prana means that life force. That life force is only the cause for the being's existence. Whether it is an ant, whether it is a tree, whether it's a human being, whether it's a man, woman, child, or a senior person, or whether it is a millionaire, whether it is a pauper, that prana is the one that is making them stand up. And that is called Ishvara. Ishvara Sarva Bhuta Atma. That Ishvara, that prana, is a self, is the I in all. Sarva Adharopi Vaitataha. That Ishvara is a Sarva Adhara. In that Ishvara only we exist. We don't have an existence separate from Ishvara. Ishvara, for if you want to give an example of who is God, in a way that we can understand, you go to the beach and your children are all playing in the beach sometimes. Maybe we imagine the child, many children are there, they're playing in the sand. They've got a game. They collect all the sand, they take some water, sprinkle that water. One child makes the form of Ganesha in the sand. Another child makes the form of Rama. Another child makes the form of Krishna. Another child makes the form of Durga. Another child makes the form of Lakshmi. And another child makes the form of Saraswati. So each one of them is gathering that sand, making that form, and then they are sitting there and offering flowers and worshipping that form. But who is Ishvara? That sand that made Ganesha, that sand that made Durga, the sand that made Lakshmi, that sand that made Saraswati, that sand that made Krishna, that sand that made Rama is the Ishvara. In the same way, we worship so many gods, and we are also so many living life forms in this universe, from animals, humans, trees, and everything is made up of that element called Ishvara. And that is that Ishvara we are referring to when we give our devotion. Ishvaraha Sarva Bhuta Atma. The self of that form of Ganesha on the beach. What is that self? Sand. The self of that form of Vishnu, Rama, Krishna, Durga, Lakshmi, Saraswati. If they were all speaking, who would speak? That sand only will be speaking. In the same way, that Ishvara is that self of all beings. Sarva Adharaha api. That Ishvara alone is the base on which everything is created. Vaitataha Kalyane Sarva Bhutanam. So, understanding this and reveling in the welfare of all beings, Ratihi Bhakti Mataha Uttama. Uttama Bhakti is everything in this universe is made up of Ishvara. And now, I am functioning in this world for the welfare of the whole world. Kalyane Sarva Bhutatma Bhutanam. For the welfare of all beings, I am functioning. And that Rati means that attachment to function for the welfare of everybody is called Bhakti. So wonderful. When I serve this whole world with love, it means I have love in me. I have Bhakti in me. Now, the 9th verse, what is not Bhakti? Vishayaikasthita saktihi dharma vijnana nashini anarthakarini hyesha heya shreyorthibhis sadam. Vishaya ekasthita asaktihi. It is not love for everything. It is not love for Ishvara, but love for one form, one thought I love, one person I love, one situation I love. Vishayekasthita asaktihi. Asakti means that one thing which I love, I am attached to it. I don't want it to go away from me. I don't want that person to forget me. I am compelling that person to remember me. What does it happen? What does it do to me? Dharma. It destroys my good actions. It destroys my dharma means by doing good actions, I've earned a lot of punya in my life. And that punya will give me more wealth. That punya will give me more happiness, more joy. It destroys that joy. Asakti is attachment. And that attachment depletes me of all my energy because I am attached to some false thought of permanence. I am not getting any love from that object or from that person or from that situation directly. The love that is coming to me is coming from Ishvara. But I don't realize that, and I'm attached to this form, thought, situation, person, emotion, whatever it is, and that is called asakti. It will destroy my dharma. It will destroy the goodness in me. It will destroy my goodwill that I have in society, in public. It will destroy my vijnana. Vijnana is the capacity to distinguish between what is the self and what is the not self, what is good, what is bad, what is what I can do, what is not possible by me. So many distinctions that we need to know to make clear choices. That's called vijnana. This attachment to something will destroy my vijnana. Anarthakarini. It also brings a lot of futility in my life. There'll be no utility, there'll be only futility. What is futility? Everything I want to do, I will not be able to do. Futile means sometimes I may put in a lot of effort and everything will happen well. But in the last moment, things will just get destroyed because there is no energy to sustain that till the end of that success. That is called anartham. Anartham means not artham, not purposeful. Something that is useless, something that is hopeless, something that cannot work out for us completely. Anarthakarini hi esha. What is this esha? Asakti. Asakti is, that word esha is feminine, but it is not that it is attachment or something feminine is attachment, not that. In Sanskrita, the feminine and masculine is just the word ending. If it is ending in aha, ihi, uhu, visarga, then it is masculine gender. If the word is ending in a, e, and u, it is feminine gender. Asakti is ending in e. Asakti, anarthakarini, jnana vijnana nashini, hi esha asakti, heya, it has to be avoided by shreya arthibihi. People who seek the highest welfare in this world, sada heya, at all times, this attachment has to be given away. This Bhakti Sudha is a very beautiful text. If at all I think I want to be successful in my life, nowadays there are so many talks, there are so many programs on manifestation, on law of attraction. Law of attraction is nothing but bhakti. The right devotion in my heart, the right love, meaning without any attachment, without wanting something, that is only called the law of attraction. It will bring all goodness in my life and it will bring what I truly want in my life. What is truly good for me, that will come to me. Anarthakarini hi esha heya shreya arthibihi sada. At all times, people who are all seeking shreyas. Shreyas means the best in life. Sada heya. At all times, you have to give it up. It is non-negotiable. If I want the highest success in life, then I have to give up my attachment to little pleasures of life, little joys of life, little things that I really want for myself, or as my thoughts and my emotions and feelings. I have to give it up if I want to really expand into the greatest goodness. So the 10th verse, Vishishta yogyata peksha jnana yoga kriyadishu adhikarastu sarvesham bhakti yoge vinabhidam. Vishishta, this is very special. Bhakti, the speciality of bhakti. What is the speciality of bhakti? Vishishta yogyata apeksha jnana yoga kriyadishu. This bhakti is not having any demands. Like yogyata, you should be fit enough to love me. There's nothing like that. There is no love of the mother. The child need not be up to the standards of the mother for the child to be loved. while in the world, that is what is happening now. And all the problems in our, they talk about inner child healing over the years, after the child grows up. There are so many problems that are there in life for the child, because in childhood, all our love is conditional for the children. You study very well, only then you will be loved. You get very high marks, only then you will be loved. You do this in life, you achieve this in sports, only then you will be loved. All that is conditional love. But true love, na yogyata apeksha. There is no question of you should be fit enough to be loved by God or by other human beings. There is no fitness test for love. And then, jnana yoga kriyadishu. You don't need to know so much. You don't need to acquire a lot of knowledge to have love, to be loved. And kriya, you need to do any actions to be loved. You just have to give love, and automatically you receive love. Adhikarastu sarvesham yogyata apeksha jnana yoga kriyadishu. The difference is, for jnana yoga and karma yoga, there is a yogyata apeksha. For jnana yoga, I should have fitness. For example, for knowing who I am, there is a fitness test, which is a 4-part sadhana chatushtaya, it is called. I should cultivate viveka. I should have viveka, discrimination between who am I and what is not I. I should have vairagya. I should be able to detach from what is not I and place my attention of who am I. Then I have the 6 qualities. Shama, quietness of mind. I need it. Only then I will be fit enough to enter like a person should qualify to enter into medical college. A person should qualify to enter into engineering college. In the same way, to enter into the portals of jnana, I should have viveka. Discrimination between who am I and what is not I. Vairagya is, I should be able to let go of my attachment to whatever I am holding in this life. Then I should have peace of mind, calmness of mind, shama. No desires should be arising in my mind for this and that. The mind has to be free of desires. Dhamma, I should have control of sense organs. Uparama, I should withdraw from all other actions and do only what is my swadharma, whatever duty is expected of me. Then titiksha, I should be able to put up with a lot of discomforts in life without complaining, without blaming others, without blaming God. I should be able to do that. Then shraddha, I should have faith in the Guru and the words of the scriptures, Vedanta. Samadhana, I should be able to sit quietly in meditation. Only then the knowledge, the thought of Jnana Yoga, the study of Jnana Yoga is possible. Kriya Yoga, Karma Yoga, I should be able to surrender my ego, identification with I am the doer. I should be able to surrender my idea of I want this and I want that. I should just, in a state of surrender, I should do the work. That is Kriya Adi. But Adhikarastu Sarvesha, everything else requires an Adhikara. It requires a fitness to join that. Bhakti Yoge Vina Bhidam. But for Bhakti Yoga, no Adhikara is required. Everybody is, irrespective of whether they are a jnani or whether they are aspiring to be a jnani, whether they are a karma yogi or a hatha yogi or a raja yogi, or they are aspiring to be a yogi, whether they are very great, whether they are very rich, whether they are very poor, whatever it is, they are fit for Bhakti Yoga. And Bhakti Yoga is nothing but love. Just our love for something is Bhakti. Simple as that. Without any attachment to that. Without any insistence on, I want this. Without any resistance for doing what is required for whatever we want. Without resistance, without insistence, in total acceptance, when I am in love with something, that is called Bhakti. Now this verse 11 How is it? How is the nature of bhakti? Is it very easy? Pashvadayopi bhaktiyaiva prapnuvan paramam padam katha bhagavati chatra pramanam hina samshayah. Pashuvadayah. Even animals, bhaktya eva, by bhakti alone, prapnuvan paramam padam, that supreme place is attained by bhakti. Katha bhagavati chatra pramanam hi na samshayah. There is proof for this in the Bhagavatam. What does the Bhagavatam talk about? Gajendra moksha. This Gajendra and the crocodile were fighting for thousands of years, more than 1,000 years. Now the crocodile has caught the feet of Gajendra, the leg of Gajendra. The crocodile has caught it. And Gajendra is trying to put all his efforts. He is not able to, Gajendra is the elephant. He is not able to extricate his leg from the crocodile's mouth. And finally, what does he say? He just takes up with his trunk. He takes a lotus flower and lifts it up high. Lifts it up high. And he says, Adi Mula me. You call me Adi Mula, my source. Please come. Adi Mula. That Gajendra is saying. And Bhagavan Hari comes in the form of Hari. He comes to save Gajendra. He gives that discus. He sends his Chakrayuda at the neck of this crocodile. He detaches the crocodile and he protects Gajendra. Pashvadayopi bhaktya prapnuvan paramam padam katha bhagavati chatra pramanam hi na samshayah. So if I have this kind of love, I will be protected. I will be saved. Na samshayah. Kama, the next verse. Now, it is about animals. Some animals are all loving like this. Even in today's life, how many of us who have pets? It can be a squirrel, it can be a dog, it can be even some wild animals sometimes. It can be chimpanzees, it can be gorillas, it can be even lions and tigers in some people's homes. Wild animals are also there. No, it can be snakes also. It can be lizards. It can be cockroaches. So many pets are there. You know, the people who have pets know the love the animals show for us. That love is only bhakti. That animal is not expecting anything from you. It is not expecting to get something or, get some object. It is just giving that love, and it is very happy when you even receive that love. The animal is very, very happy. So what is the 12th verse saying? It is not only animals, but even people who have different kinds of emotions that are not very great. They're all very low level emotions. But when they direct it towards that Ishvara, when those emotions are directed towards Ishvara, they also attain great goals. What is happening? Kama dveshat bhayadvapi vairabhavena sarvada ye smaranti cha tam devam tepi yanti param gatim. Kamat, by kama, by desire. I want to be with Krishna. Gopis had desire for Krishna. They had desire for that form of Krishna. Even though they understood that Krishna is the Supreme Self, they were so much intensely in love with Krishna. Gopis. For kama. Dvesha. Kamsa was very, very, very angry and he hated Krishna. And so much so that the word kr, he hears, he will get very angry. So dvesha, bhaya. There were what is his name? Ravana's brother, Maricha. Maricha, he had fear of Rama. He somebody says he will, because Rama just threw Maricha once. He flung him so far away and he just escaped. So when Ravana is telling Maricha you go and kill Rama in the form of a deer, Maricha is shuddering because even the name, when he hears the name Ra itself, he gets at fear. And what happened? Maricha faced death at the hands of Rama. He had dvesha for Rama, Putana had dvesha for Krishna, and they met with their death at the hands of Krishna. Vairabhavena sarvada. Vairabhava is enmity, like Kamsa, anger, enmity, sarvada. Even Ravana, he had great anger for Rama. But his anger was directed against that supreme being, that supreme self in the form of Rama. And so he met with his death in the battlefield from the hands of Rama. And Rama gave him a dignified funeral. He did not have any enmity with Ravana. He just had to kill him in the war because of all the transgression, and that was done. And when once Ravana was dead, he asked his brother Vibhishana, Rama asked his brother Vibhishana to go and do the final funeral rites for Ravana. So that is dying at the hands of Sakshat Ishvara himself. Vairabhavena sarvada, ye smaranti chatam devam. Those people who remember that Ishvara, whether it is with anger, whether it is with hatred, whether it is intense love also, they will tepi yanti param gatim. They also reach that supreme self only. There is no doubt about it. Then what to say of others, of people who are always spending their life in devotion to Ishvara? Kim punar bhakti samyukta jana devam bhajantiha tesham prema vashad devaha swayam bhavati sevakaha kim punaha. Then what to say? Bhakti samyukta, people who are devoted, bhakti, jana devam bhajantiha, with a lot of devotion. When people worship Ishvara, tesham premavashat devaha, by their love, that deva becomes, that Ishvara swayam bhavati sevakaha, that Ishvara becomes the servant, that God, because of their love, that Ishvara becomes a servant of that devotee. 14th verse. Karma yoga phalam shuddhihi manas sarva. Karma yoga phalam shuddhihi manasas sarva sammatam chitta vrittir nirodhastu phalam yogasya varnitam. It is being described what are all the results of the actions that we do. Karma yoga phalam shuddhihi manasaha sarva sammatam. It is concluded by everybody, it is known to everybody that the purification of mind is the result of karma yoga. When I do karma yoga means when I do action without attachment to the results and without attachment to the results and without identifying myself as a doer of the action and without wanting any particular result for myself, but just giving in love and respect and doing that work is karma yoga. Shuddhihi manasaha sarva sammatam. Manasaha shuddhihi karma yoga phalam. The purification of mind is the result of karma yoga. Chitta shuddhehe nirodhastu. So chitta vrittehe nirodhastu. In the chitta, in our mind, there is always vritti. There is movement. The mind is always vibrating at a frequency. The frequency is basically our desire. I want this, I want this, I want this, this is there. I want to do this, I want to do that, I want to go here, I want to go there, I want to see this video, I want to see this, hear this audio, I want to watch this movie, I want to eat this, I want to sleep. Whatever it is, the mind is moving up and down in vrittis. It is a frequency modulation. The mind is always on FM radio. running like an FM radio channel. There is some frequency going up and down in the mind. That frequency will become a flat line when I practice yoga. When I'm doing yoga, inhaling deeply, exhaling and releasing. When I breathe in deeply, when I breathe out completely, what is happening? The frequency of the mind is becoming stable. When I lift my hands up and I bend down and I touch my feet, and as I do, I inhale deeply and lift my hands up. And as I exhale, bend down, relaxing and touching my feet and staying there in that place for some time, the mind becomes calm. The frequency of the movement of the chitta becomes very stable. Chitta vrittehe nirodhaha tu phalam yogasya varnitam. Yogasya phalam chitta vritti nirodhaha. That is what the Yoga Sutra says. Yogaha chitta vritti nirodhaha. So that's a yogasya phalam. Now, the 15th verse. Brahmaatmaikatva vijnanam muktim prahurmanishinaha etat sarvam tu bhaktiyaiva praptam bhaktaisthatodhikam. What is so the karma yoga has been said, yoga sadhana or raja yoga has been said, the results of that. What is the result of nada yoga? Here Guruji has given a beautiful description from the Patanjali Yoga Sutra. Karma yoga phalam shuddhihi manasa sarva sammatam chitta vritte nirodhastu. The yoga Sutra says yogaha chitta vritti nirodhaha. Then what happens? Tada drashta swarupe avasthanam. I am the drashta. Now what is this chitta vritti nirodhaha? Guruji himself has taken from the Yoga Sutras and he has described here. What are the vrittis? The 5 vrittis are pramana vritti. Pramana means there is proof. There is evidential proof which I can see from the 5 senses and which I can think about and which I am experiencing as a thought in my mind. Pramana. Then you have viparyaya. Viparyaya means that vritti or the thought form in the mind, which is the object is one thing, but I'm seeing something different. For example, the object is a mirage, but I'm seeing water. That is viparyaya. The object is a rope, but I'm seeing a snake. That is viparyaya. The object is a shell, but I'm seeing a silver in that. So that is viparyaya. Then you have pramana, viparyaya, vikalpa. Vikalpa is samshaya. It is written here. Vikalpa means doubt, and vikalpa also means not firm knowledge. For example, vikalpa is a ubiquitous thoughts. Many thoughts in our mind. There is no clarity in that. We say overwhelmed. We say overthinking. Too many thoughts. Vikalpa is like, what to say? I go to a shop. I want to buy a Rin bar soap. I go, there is not only Rin bar soap is there, there is Surf Excel is there, there is Henko bar is there, the 501 bar soap is there. But I want only the Rin bar soap. Sankalpa means I go, I take the Rin bar soap, I put it in my bag for purchase. I put it in the cart and I go and buy, I come out of the shop. Vikalpa is, I am seeing everything now. I wanted only one, but I am putting my attention to everything else. So that is vikalpa, and it is not clarity, it is samshaya. Then you have nidra. Nidra is a sleep thought. I don't know anything. That is nidra. Then smriti is a memory thought. Whomever we see, whichever person we think about, it is all a memory in our head. So these are the vrittis. These vrittis are constantly moving and creating disturbance in our life. It is never stable. Yoga brings the vrittis to a quietude. That is yogasya phalam. Now what happens to Brahma Atmaikatva Vijnanam? The differentiation between who am I, there is the self in me and the self in all. That self in all is the same self in me. The sand in that Krishna, the sand in that Shiva, the sand that made the Rama, the sand that made the Durga, Lakshmi, Saraswati, is the sand in Shiva is the sand in Krishna. There is Atma Ekatva. Then you have Brahma Ekatva. That whole sand everywhere is only the sand in all these idols. The whole stone in all the mountains is the stone in the idols of all these different gods in the different temples. So that is Brahma Atmatva Vijnanam. Vijnanam Muktim Prahur Manishinaha. So what is Mukti? Mukti is not attaining something. Mukti is just being in that knowledge that everything is just one. Being in that knowledge of oneness, the thought of oneness, the experience of oneness, and being in that experience of oneness is Mukti. That is freedom. Etat sarvam tu, all this, bhaktya eva praptam. By devotion itself I will get. Bhaktaihi tataha adhikam. Praptam bhaktaihi tataha adhikam. By the devotee of Ishvara, of the Guru, all this will be coming. What will come? I will get manashuddhihi. My mind will be pure. That is, you say, buy one, get three free, right? If you get bhakti in your life, you will get karma yoga phalam, you will get raja yoga phalam. Karma yoga phalam of manashuddhihi, your mind will become pure. Raja yoga phalam is chitta vritti nirodha, your mind will become quiet. And then jnana yoga phalam brahma atmatva vijnanam. Brahman and Atman are one. That is jnana yoga phalam. Prahuhu. Etat sarvam tu bhaktya eva praptam bhaktaihi. And not only these three, but more than that, you get bonus offers. You know, there's Republic Day bonus, there is a festival bonus, you get festival free sale. Like that, not only these three, but more than that, you get so much in life. By bhakti yoga, by bhakti, by devotion. And you don't need any qualification for that. Everybody is fit for bhakti. Even a newborn child is fit for bhakti yoga. So what to say of people who are all adults? So everybody is qualified. No age, no gender, no distinction of high and low, rich and poor, or there is no distinction of powerful and powerless. Everybody qualifies for bhakti. Bhavanandonubhuyeta bhaktair yassa rasatmakaha yogibhirnopalabhyeta sakhya dasyadi rupakaha. Very, very beautiful. So the yogi gets chitta shuddhi phalam. The karma yogi gets mana shuddhi phalam. The jnana yogi gets Brahma Atma Ekatva Vijnana phalam. But the bhakti yogi gets bhava anandaha anubhuyeta. Bhava anandaha means I am not only getting all these things, I am also getting that supreme experience within me of love. You know, that intimate love where you forget everything in the world. How beautiful is that experience of that love? That experience is there in bhakti. But that experience will not come for the jnana yogi. The jnana yogi, unless there is bhakti for the jnana yogi, that knowledge is very dry. Yes, I am one, you are one. Everything in this universe is one. Okay, now what? We will move on to the next work. That will be the dry Vedanta jnana yogi. But Vedanta is not actually dry, because it is like saying the mother and child are one, the father and child are one, the husband and wife are one. But when it comes to doing some work or doing some seva, no, you do, she do. All the arguments and conflicts. Because even though in reality, in the thought, they know there is oneness, in the experience it has not happened. So they will not experience the bliss of oneness, that bhakti yoga. Yogi bir na upalabhyeta. That yogi, it is not only important to be simply practicing all the sadhanas, doing it day and night. You should have love for the teacher who is teaching all that. You should have love for your fellow students who are practicing along with you. You should have love for your family. You should have love for your friends. You should have love for your enemies also. Then everywhere you go, you will only experience joy. Yogi bhir na upalabhyeta. They don't get it. What is the joy? Sakhya dasyadi rupakaha. Sakhya means the joy of being a friend to somebody. The joy of just being hugged. When you really want, when you are really so desperate in life that whatever you want is not happening for you, whatever you really feel that you need is not coming to you, and you are feeling very sorrowful, that time somebody comes and somebody just showers you and floods you with whatever you need, and they give you that kind of a love, affection, attention, care, and all that. That is only called the experience of bhakti. It will not happen. You can earn a lot of money, you can get all the things that you want, but it'll never match someone that is just secretly, quietly coming and dumping it into your house because they love you so much. So Sakhya is friendship. Dasya, Bhagavan can be a servant to you. Like how Krishna was almost a servant to Arjuna. He was a driver for Arjuna. He was driving Arjuna's chariot. Driver means so much is there. A driver has to clean the car also. Krishna was cleaning all the horses and taking care of the horses after the tough drive in the battlefield. The horses are working so hard. They need a lot of rest. Krishna will just, there are people who fold clothes with love, everything and this Marie Kondo, very beautiful book, Magical Art of Tidying. She says, when you fold clothes, she gives a neat description about folding clothes. When you fold it, make it into a rectangle, fold it 3/4 and close this, insert this piece, make the cloth. As you're folding, she says, give love to the cloth, give love to the dress. And the more you pay loving attention to your clothes, to your objects, everything will stand up for you. They will all work for you. They will work with love. So when even inanimate objects respond to love, what can we say about people? What can we say about animals? Sakhya dasyadi rupakaha. So you will have friends, you will have servants working around you. That is the result of bhakti yoga, which that one you will not get in jnana yoga. In jnana yoga, if you are a jnana yogi, if you are just a karma yogi, or if you are just a hatha yogi, your life will be without sara, without the juice of love, without the joy of love. But the moment you are giving yourself in love, life will become very joyous. You will be surrounded by friends. You will be having people feeding you, receiving something from you in return. Gurudev Swami Tejomayananda says, the fulfillment of life is in loving and being loved. Without that, we will never feel fulfilled at all. We may have all the money, we may have all the wealth, we may have a lot of property, we may have a lot of people around us, we may have a lot of servants to do work for us. But without that fulfillment of love, parasparam bhavayantaha, without that loving action for the others and receiving the love from them, without that, there is no fulfillment in life. So what is the difference between jnana and bhakti? 17th verse, yatha devastatha bodho jnana yogasya lakshanam yatha bhavastatha devo bhakti yogasya lakshanam. Yatha devaha tatha bodhaha. Just as that God is, just as that nature of that deva, nature of that being, we get that knowledge. For example, the deva means any object. For example, there is you can see that lamp there. We call that deva. Yatha devaha. What is jnana? Jnana is thought. Okay? If I say, what is that? We will say lamp. Yatha devaha tatha bodhaha. Jnana yogasya lakshanam. So what is it? That is a lamp. That is a definition for Jnana yoga. Now what is Bhakti yoga? Yatha bhavaha tatha devaha bhakti yogasya lakshanam. What is my bhava? What is my feeling? Oh wow, how beautiful that lamp is. How lovely it shines. How quiet it is moving this side and that side. How clear is that light? So all these feelings I have, that is called Bhakti Yoga. How grateful I am for the presence of that lamp. Everything is happening inside me. It is not in the lamp. So whatever feeling I am experiencing is happening within me. That is Bhakti Yoga. But Jnana Yoga is, nothing is wrong. We need Jnana also. We need Bhakti also. But here the juice of bhakti is given a little bit of more attention in this verse. Yatha devaha tatha bodhaha. As is that object, that is my knowledge. That is the jnana yogasya lakshanam. Yatha bhavaha. Bhava is not there. Bhava is here. Yatha bhavaha. How I feel. Tatha devaha. That is the knowledge. That is the being. The being is the lamp outside. Here the being is the feeling within me. Yatha bhavaha tatha devaha bhakti yogasya lakshanam. So even in the Bhagavad Gita also, there is this verse, yo yo yam yam tanum bhaktaha shraddhaya chitum ichchati tasya tasya chalam shraddham tameva vidadham yaham yaha yo. Whoever, I just simply love that way that Gundu Ganesha is looking at us. That fat, chubby Ganesha with his big eyes rolling and popping out. The way this is Bhakti Yoga. Jnana Yoga is, there is a cutout of Ganesha. That is Jnana Yoga. See how the difference is there. What do you see there? There is a Ganesha cutout kept there. A wooden plywood cutout of Ganesha. That is Jnana Yoga. Bhakti Yoga is, I'm telling, no, that Gundu Ganesha, the chubby Ganesha with his big, and he's keeping his hand like this. He's keeping the stick, and how he's looking at us into the YouTube screen, and he's looking at all of us, and because he's looking with such big eyes, we are getting his blessings. That is Bhakti Yoga. So Bhagavan says, yo yam tanum bhaktaha. Whoever, in whatever form they are devoted to me, shraddhaya architum ichchati. With a lot of love, they are worshipping me. Tasya achalam shraddham. For that person, what do? I make their shraddha, I make their devotion unshakable. I make their faith unshakable. This is a very beautiful Kabir Doha. Moko kaha ढूंढे रे बंदे मैं तो तेरी पास में, ना ही प्राण में ना ही पिंड में, ना ब्रह्मांड आकाश में, ना में भ्रुकुटी भंवर गुफा में, सब श्वासन की श्वास में, मोको कहाँ ढूंढे रे बंदे मैं तो तेरी पास में, मैं तो हूँ विश्वास में. Where am I? I am in Vishwasa. I am in my faith. I am in that Shraddha. Tasya achalam Shraddham tameva vidadami aham. I am giving them that. I am making their faith very firm. So what does Bhagavan do to us when we worship Bhagavan? What happens to us is our faith becomes very steady. So very beautiful. From the 18th verse, we will see tomorrow. Mostly in the morning it will happen. Om Sarvesham Swastir Bhavatu, Sarvesham Shantir Bhavatu, Sarvesham Purnam Bhavatu, Sarvesham Mangalam Bhavatu, सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः, सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः, सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु, मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत्। ॐ असतो मा सद्गमय, तमसोर्मा ज्योतिर्गमय, मृत्योर्मा अमृतं गमय। ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते, पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। हरिः ॐ। श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। हरिः ॐ। बोलिए श्री सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय। हर नमः पार्वती पतये, हर हर महादेव। हरि ओम। See you tomorrow.